Hey there, welcome back to Hutan Pantai. This is my rice growing series here. We're focused on rice. And as you can see, we have bought these little rice fields back here behind the starter farm actually. And we're going to go ahead and put some fertilizer down. Now there are some drop-offs there beside the field, so I got to be careful not to go over the edge. And as a matter of fact, this sprayer may just be too big. Probably could get away with something much smaller. But we got what we got, so we're going to make the best of it and try and knock this out pretty quick. You see, we're down to $99,000, so I spent quite a bit of the earnings I had made from all the contracts I did over the winter months. And so we are now almost to the end of April, and we're going to get this done and then move on into May. I do believe we'll be able to plant some more things. Now my understanding, again, ooh boy, we are messing up there. I have never planted rice, but my understanding is, let's see, can I raise this up? Yeah. That to plant well, there's two types of rice. Let's go over here and see if I can tell you correctly. If to plant the long grain rice, I believe it is. Which one is it? One of the two. Let's see. Let's look at the calendar here. Yes, we just planted long grain rice. So we're going to try to plant. Oh. What did we plant? I need to find out. Need to find out here. Let's see. Let's go down to the help. Help. And let's go down to rice. Yeah, this rice, it's a little bit different. There we go. Rice varieties. Okay, so long grain rice. Okay, that's what we planted in the other two fields, the long grain. So we're planting the normal rice, but we have to plant it, I think, with the little machine there. And let's just make sure we still have time. Oh yeah, so we have May. That's what I thought. Just wanted to make sure we have May that we can use to plant these three fields. And of course we'll have to flood them. We're going to need a planter. Whoa, that dropped way down. We need a planter, and we need some of the rice seedlings, I guess, or whatever, rice sets. We do have one pallet that has been produced so far. I don't know how far that will go. Oh boy. Let's just fold this in. Man, these rocks and hills and elevation changes are not ideal for this sprayer setup. Probably should use just a 3-point hitch mounted just small dry fertilizer spreader. They'd probably work a little better. All right, there we go. So patch 1.6 just come out. 1.6 already. Kind of crazy. But yeah, so that just come out. Hopefully the game is improved somewhat. Any issues that you may have been having has been fixed. I was not having really any gameplay issues as far as stuttering or frames, anything like that. But there were some things that was wrong. Helper issues, things like that seem to hopefully have been corrected. And some other things. So hopefully we'll continue with the improvements to the game. Of course, we got two more tractors out of it, I think. John Deere and a class tractor, I think it was. Let me know in the comments what you think of the game so far. Positive or negative. Everybody has has their own thoughts and opinions on it. So yeah, drop me a comment below. Let me know what you think of the game so far. We're a few months into it. Let me know what you think about what's been done so far as Giants' response to issues, and are there anything else that you've had trouble with that just hadn't been corrected yet? Oh, there's a deer in the road. If a car comes by, it could be a deer in the headlights. Oh boy. Okay, so I did put some water into the greenhouse back there to create the rice saplings, and let's take a look at that. Yeah, so that is full, and it's producing some rice saplings is what it's called. This mushroom greenhouse just is not making a whole lot of, I don't know if it's worth it. If we look at our stock here of goods, you see we have right around $6,000 worth of the enoki mushrooms, and then the oyster mushrooms we have about the same amount. Looks like they are valued about the same, produce about the same. So, oh, actually, you know what? That produces almost double. These are, I guess, worth more. Okay. But it doesn't matter. We've had them both going about the same amount of time. And as far as value, we've got about the same. So it really doesn't matter too much which one you grow. It doesn't appear. Rice saplings, well, they're coming along. Hopefully we can get those. Hopefully get enough before it's time to plant. All right, let's run over here. We're going to go ahead and sleep for the day. I do like the new sleep system. You can adjust the time, even sleep or skip time basically to the afternoon of the same day. So that's pretty neat. I do like that. All right, so let's walk down here. This field here was the field that I planted, and let's see. I don't know when I'm supposed to flood it. I missed a spot there. So again, not knowing how to play the game, if you do go over to the help menu like I was at before, it talks about the long grain rice, and it says flood the field for about 2 months before it has to be dry for the third growing stage. So it looks like it needs to be dry for the third growing stage, which means, let's see, we are in, I don't know what stage we are in of the growing stages. Looks like pretty early on. There must be quite a few of them. And if we look at the calendar, kind of putting all the pieces together here, we look at the calendar for long grain rice. So that was the planting stage. We're in probably the first growing stage, or I guess second now, third. So probably next month we'll flood it. Hopefully that works out. All right, so we have that field there, and then this field over here we planted with oats, I think it was. That is correct. All right, got the deer out there eating our oats. Fantastic. And so these fields over here, they need to be planted. And let's go see how many of these pallets we have. So we are still only at 1. Now that is not good. All right, so in the essence of time, I'm going to have the store deliver us the rice planter. So $25,000, we have 99, we can afford it. So let's go ahead and buy this machine. And again, we're going to have the store go ahead and bring it to the farm. Cost us a little delivery fee, but there we go. So before we get started, what we need to do is flood the field. So let's walk down here. I'm going to turn on my F1 menu there. And if we walk up to the pump, we can interact with it. Let's see. There we go. So we want to flood the field. There we go. So that's going to start there. Let's walk down. This one has a pump too. So this rice we do need to plant in a flooded field. All right, and we'll run down to our last field. Oh, we may have to jump down here. Where is the pump? There it is. All right. So we got our fields starting to get flooded. That's pretty neat. Yeah, they did some serious earth moving and different things to terracing, I guess, for these fields here. Good grief. All right, so I have never used this machine. This will be completely new to me. The only thing I've ever saw was in the teaser videos that Giants had put out of the rice early on. So yeah, this is pretty neat. Pretty neat. All right, so let's crank it up. All right, and we have... Oh, this thing must hold fertilizer too. Which we just put fertilizer out, so I don't know if that would work. But you know what? Let's just fill it up. We have some fertilizer back here. Oh, that does not take much at all. Alright. Sounds cool. Let's see what the first person view looks like. A lot of buttons and they're all in... Looks like Japanese. Oh, wow. I can't read any of it. Oh, yeah, I can. It says GPS. That's funny. Alright. So, let me zoom out here and let's see about loading this thing up. Let's see how far one pallet will go. Oh, it actually may go pretty good ways, one pallet. Look at that. Alright, so it looks like one pallet will fill up the machine. Alright, so how do we do this? Hopefully it's flooded enough that we can plant. Alright, so I can keep this straight. Let's turn on the steering assist and let's see, do we have headlands? 3? Okay, there we go. Yep, that should be our first one. So do we unfold? Hey, check that out. Just put them right in. How about that? Pretty cool. Well, that is neat. Question is, how long will it last? Because we only have the one pallet. Well, this may delay us a bit until we go into the next month. I don't know. Or later this month, I guess. Alright, there we go. Probably should have picked up the stones because they are... Looks like they're on top of the water. It's kind of strange. They're floating stones. So one thing I'm noticing here, it looks like the width of our planter is wider than the width that the GPS said. I mean, look at that little narrow row that we got left with there. Huh. That is interesting. Let's see, we are... Yeah, that's odd. I think the game did not pick up the width just right. It is just a little bit too wide. Well, but it is working, so that is pretty neat. It does turn on a dime too. That's fantastic. Very cool. Some tiny little wheels on that thing. Alright, well, I have a little bit of planting to do. Looks like we've already emptied out the front of the machine, so all we have left is what's in the back. Alright, we'll continue on with this for a bit and see how far we get. Well, that did not take very long, and I ran out. So I've got to do something different until I'm able to either buy some more rice saplings, or we'll wait for the greenhouse to produce some more. So what I'm going to do is we're going to back up here and try to find a space where we can offload this fertilizer. And by the way, I did put the fertilizer out before planting, and that was a complete waste of time and materials because the fertilizer is not being reapplied now because we didn't have a field state change, so it just didn't do anything. So that was a waste of time putting it out with the putting out the liquid fertilizer. So I should have just waited. But this oat field has some weed in it, so we're gonna whoa. Sorry about that. Sorry. We're gonna run right over here and try and knock these out real quick. Hopefully this does not cause crop destruction. I think I have the narrows on this tractor, so it should be good. But the field's not very wide, so maybe a one pass and done kind of situation here. Oh, I turned on the front tank and not the rear tank. Let's see, there we go. Now let's swing in this way, get this side with the rocks on it, then we'll get the edge out by the road. If you didn't know, you can change the width of your some of the implements. You see there I'm changing it. We'll just go down and it should spray right toward the middle. Missed a little bit there in the corner, but that's okay. And this should be enough to get everything. Alright, let's see here real quick. Let's take a look at the map. Oh, I did miss a pretty big little splotch there. So we can turn that back off. Let's turn the mini map off too. I'm not sure why that was on. And that should be right about there. I hope. Oh my gosh. I should have just used the whole width. Alright, that should have done it. Should have. You know what? It's good enough. Not sure why it wasn't getting it all. Alright, so that's folding up. So we'll run back over here and I'll show you that the harvester is empty. And I got most of the field. We've got a little bit over here and around the end. And then a little bit over here. So definitely take more than one pallet. Probably going to be the same down there. And then the other field too. Because they are all pretty close to the same size. I I mean, this one's longer, but it's cut off the edge. That's probably the biggest field there. So that'll probably take a couple pallets. And then that one there. So 3 to 4 pallets, I'm thinking, that I still need. And unfortunately, this is not making it very fast. So I think what I want to do is I have the whole month of May that I can plant these rice saplings. So I'm going to wait it out and see if we can get a little bit more produced in our greenhouse plant. Our greenhouse. And if not, might have to just go buy some. I don't know. But I don't have really much else to do around the farm. Things are really slow still. I do have a few pallets of mushrooms I could go sell, but really not worth the effort at this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop back in, see if we can't knock out another contract or two, give some time to pass through May, and then we will see about getting this field flooded and getting the rest of those saplings planted. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you're learning a little bit about rice farming and Farming Simulator 25. Leave a thumbs up on the video if you don't mind. Subscribe to the channel if you hadn't done that already. And I'll see you back here next time. Y'all have a blessed day.